Thank you guys for being patient. So sorry about that. I don't know what else to say other than nothing works right now at all. So we're going to roll with it. And I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started again. Since you guys have kind of already heard the first part, we'll go through it sort of fast. Okay, so welcome guys. This is something I do every year. I spend about 4 hours typically going through and researching the products and making sure I have a good handle on all the new doTERRA products and the new essential oils. So I have done that this year and I'm excited for you guys to experience all of them if you haven't already yet. Make sure if you guys hop in that you are muting yourself just so we don't have any background noise. I'm gonna let some more people in. Awesome. Thank you guys. If you're hopping in, just mute yourself. So sorry about the technical difficulties. Thank you guys for being super patient and understanding. Okay, Des is asking. I already did. There we go. Okay, so what I was saying in the beginning, and maybe you guys got cut off and couldn't hear me say this, but doTERRA always has goals about new products. It's very intentional, it's very purposeful, and they are always innovating. So they're always looking for new ways to, you know, like they're working on products that we're probably going to see 5 years from now. So some of these products that you're seeing now have been in the making for years to come. And what doTERRA is amazing at is they're amazing at listening to you. They really care about what we think. And so I always tell people, go tell customer service. If something bothers you or you don't like something about a product, please go tell them because they keep a record of that and they listen to us and they change the products based on that. In fact, I had a really great suggestion about the holiday products, about getting all the diamond leaders to purchase all the holiday products first so we could have a preview party. And they were like, that's a great idea. Let's see if we can do it. So they really, really do listen to us. So a lot of the products you see here are based on a lot of feedback that they've gotten from people. And so some of their goals and their missions with the new products, as it always stands and always is in doTERRA, is they always want to impact the most people in a positive way and help us get non-toxic products that help us be healthy. That's really their mission, really is those two things: to impact people around the world with jobs and sustainability, and to help us get clean products and plant-based products into our home that help us be healthy. And so that is the goal and the mission. Specifically this year in relation to these new products, a lot of it was based around reducing their carbon footprint. So you're going to see a lot more aluminum and glass bottles, less plastic. You've already seen the packaging change from doTERRA. They don't use doTERRA. They don't use plastic anymore in their boxes. They use paper because they want us recycling those. Now you're going to see, excuse me. Now you're going to see a lot more aluminum bottles and less plastic because it is easier to recycle. And so just keep that in mind when you see your OnGuard hand soap change from plastic to aluminum. You guys just do me a favor and mute when you come in, just so we don't have any background noise. Thanks so much. And so that's an amazing part of what they're doing, because they realize that the earth gives us these amazing tools. And so we want to take care of the earth. And that's one way we can do it, is producing less trash. They really wanted to step up their cleaning game. And so while we love OnGuard Cleaner Concentrate, we don't love the way the bottles look. We love our OnGuard hand soap, but I don't know about you guys, my sink started to look cluttered with plastic bottles and it was just not attractive. And so they heard us and they knew they needed to step up their game from a design standpoint and from a kill effect. So just get ready for some awesome science that we're going to talk about related to that. And another mission that they have is to continue with scientific rigor the study of the effects of essential oils and herbs in the body and our environment. And so they have partnered with a couple universities as well as healthcare institutions and hospitals to continue to study essential oils, their pharmacokinetics in our body, how they affect our body, and how they affect the environment around us. So how they're cleaning, and again, like the effects that they're having in our body. And one of their chief medical officers, who is Dr. Russell Osgothorpe, he's an infectious pediatric disease doctor, and he heads up all that research at doTERRA, including their physician panel board. So you can rest assured that the research that's going to be coming out in the future is going to be completely revolutionary when it comes to essential oils. We heard some little sneak peeks and snippets and things like that at convention about some of the research that they're doing now on essential oils and how they work in the body. And you guys, it is going to blow your mind. So it's really awesome that now they have a university partner, the University of Mississippi, and more healthcare, more hospital partners, and that Dr. Osgothorpe is heading that up, because they know that in order to be able to, we're not trying to compare these to other things, right? We're not allowed to do that according to the FDA, but they want to be able to prove that certain claims, right? And in order to be able to prove that, you have to have good scientific rigor, not just one study. You have to duplicate that study over and over again. And so they know that. And so their mission is to continue doing that and to be the company that does that the most. So that's really exciting. Okay, so with that said, that's the purpose behind all the new products and the goal. Let's dive right into some of the new oils and start talking about some of the science behind it. Okay, let me let a few more people in the waiting room. All right, awesome. So Tulsi Holy Basil. Now, some of you guys may have gotten a preview of this. This was probably last year that they actually had this on sale for a limited time. And I grabbed a bottle of this, and I was so glad that I did, because George had a really horrible upper respiratory infection when we were in France. And this made such a big difference in his congestion. It was mind-blowing. I had a normal congestion blend and I added this to it, and it was a game changer. So this product does launch October 1st. That's this Friday, right? Is it Friday? Yes. This Friday, and it is a permanent product. And the reason why I say I'll let you know if it's a permanent product or a limited time product, because some of the things that they did come out with are limited time offer. Okay. So meaning they're just going to be around until they sell out. We'll talk about that a little bit and how we can impact that. But this is a permanent product. So we're going to use this oil topically and aromatically. And while we don't overtly use it for internal, there is an internal application we're going to talk about. You do always want to dilute this oil topically. I have used it undiluted and I haven't had a problem, but it can cause some skin sensitivity. So just a little safety tip there. It is sourced from India. That's where the majority of the Tulsi basil comes from. And you guys, this has been around for thousands of years in Ayurvedic medicine. So when you do research on this, if you choose to just do PubMed, Tulsi Holy Basil essential oil, you are going to find so much information. If I listed every quality of this oil, it would be 10 slides long. It was basically saying you can use this oil for any problem that you have, from mental stress to skin problems. So we're going to take the ones that I could find the direct evidence for. It is extracted through steam distillation from the flower of the plant, and we have our regular sweet basil. This is a much more herbaceous, strong smell. It's warm and spicy, and every 5 ml bottle contains, you guys, 4 pounds of the Tulsi plant. So you're talking about the most potent part of those plants, right? Dialed into that little 5 ml bottle. And again, this is called the queen of the herbs. So just like we have frankincense, the king of the oils, they call this Tulsi basil the queen of the herbs. It has powerful, powerful adaptogenic properties. And what does that actually mean? Those benefits actually help us. It basically means that it works differently for you and how it's going to work for me. So it actually has the ability to adapt to our cells and what our cells need at the time. So it is cell supporting. It has sesquiterpenes and eugenols, which is an alcohol, but those sesquiterpenes that we know about, like vetiver, frankincense, right, that has high sesquiterpenes, those are amazing at helping support our cells. And when we talk about adaptogens, which a lot of people hear about now because it's a hot topic, but it basically means that it adapts to what your body and your cells need. So it can do different things for different people. It does have great antimicrobial properties. So we're going to talk about some practical application for that, wound healing properties, and supporting reduction of breakouts. So we'll talk about how you can use it in that. And it's supposed to be great for mental stress. So we're going to talk about how you can combine it with some other oils for diffusing, because it's really going to balance out some of your citrus oils. This oil has some direct science related to metabolic property or metabolic support in the body. So if you know people that struggle with blood sugar issues, from high blood sugar, this is going to be an amazing oil to help them support and regulate some of those processes and those hormonal processes in the body that help regulate blood sugar. And it's going to be great for oral hygiene. So while we don't talk about it for internal, we're going to talk about how to use it for oral hygiene. So topically, how are we going to use this? It is skin soothing and skin clearing. You're going to add 2 drops to the facial lotion at night. And so basically what you want to do, what I actually tell people is, if you're working on skin solutions and skin clearing, Copaiba, tea tree have always been my top 2, frankincense, sometimes lavender if you have redness. But this is going to be a new one that I'm adding to the mix. So you can mix this in a roller bottle with other skin oils. Like we have a little skin issue oil for the kids when they have bug bites, stings, or anything like that that has lavender tea tree. This is going to be a great one to mix in that blend. Additionally, if you need topical support for fungal issues, in the past, I've typically told people mix a roller bottle of tea tree, thyme, or oregano, or both of those. This is going to be one that you want to make sure and put into that blend, because it has some great antifungal properties that are going to help support the skin in that way. Sometimes you can do a spray bottle too if you don't want to use something over and over in the touch. Now, aromatically, we're going to add 2 drops to a steam mug with other respiratory oils. Breathe, Arex, frankincense, lemon, tea tree. Again, I cannot harp on this enough, what an amazing respiratory oil this is. And it's kind of an unsung hero because I don't think there's a ton of data on this. And I can't even tell you guys where I remember finding that, but I remember in a panic, and George was so sick, finding a source on this oil in respiratory, and it made a huge difference. I had been using the same blend for 48 hours and this changed everything. So it's going to be great for the respiratory system, and using those steam mugs right now as we move into the cold and flu season and any upper respiratory issues is going to be a great thing to do. You can also add this to your normal respiratory chest blend, or say you have that breathe stick that you use, you can add 2 drops on top of that and then just rub on the chest. And guys, just do me a favor. If you have a question, feel free to put it in the chat box, okay? And I'll make sure and get to your question. So great to diffuse also. Again, this is one that when you diffuse it, you're going to want to combine it with another essential oil. It has an amazing herbaceous aroma, and this pairs great with bergamot, clary sage, geranium. I actually diffused it the other day with geranium because I love geranium and it was fantastic. It really balanced it out. Lime and lemon and neroli. So those are going to be your best ones to pair with this when you're diffusing with it. Now, this is key. I work with a lot of gut clients that are dealing with different oral problems, and whatever happens in the mouth ends up happening in the gut. And so getting your oral hygiene down is super important. So if you're struggling with that and you've been using the OnGuard mouthwash, listen up. This is what you're going to want to add. And I think 1 drop is enough. So when you pour that little cup of OnGuard mouthwash, you're going to add 1 drop of Tulsi Basil and make sure and swish in your mouth and spit, of course. But I would swish for 2 to 3 minutes, and then you're going to spit it out. So it's, remember those antimicrobial properties we were talking about? Again, in Ayurvedic medicine, this has been used so much, and there's so much research on the antimicrobial properties. It was like baffling to me. I couldn't read them all. So it's going to be great for oral hygiene for that. Okay, so that is Tulsi Basil. Yes, just sorry, checking the chat. So now we have Copaiba in a doTERRA Touch line. And so you're going to be able to get it like this in the roller touch, just like you are the other ones. And there's a very specific reason why doTERRA did this. They know that we don't have time to mix roller bottles all the time, maybe every once in a while when we have a specific problem, right? And there's a lot of great application for Copaiba in the topical form. It works fantastic in the extracellular matrix. So we're going to talk about this. This will be a permanent product. It launches October 1st with everything else. It's 10 ml roller bottle. It's $23 and the point value is 23. So it's perfectly diluted for quick topical application. And remember, this is the oil that works directly on our endocannabinoid system. If you're really curious about that, go back and search in the Essential Oil Solutions group, CBD versus Copaiba. And there's a great video that a nurse, Liz on our team did explaining the differences. CBD works indirectly on our cannabinoid receptors. Copaiba has beta carotene, just like Tulsi Basil, but this is much higher in beta carotene that works directly on those cannabinoid peripheral receptors. So it's awesome for immune support. It is awesome for supporting a healthy inflammatory response. So anytime you're dealing with threats or trying to stave off issues, Copaiba should always be in the mix along with OnGuard soft gels, Copaiba soft gels, things like that. Healthy skin. This is one of the ones that I recommend also for to keep skin clear. And it's great for the nervous system. So if you struggle with anything related to your nervous system and need support, this is going to be great. And this is great for kids and a rescue remedy for stress. Copaiba is actually one of the top oils that I use for stress and for pain support. And so using it in a topical form now in an easy way like this is great. And remember, when we use this topically, it does work on the extracellular matrix of the skin. So again, applying that to the skin, you're going to get a great impact, just like when you take the Copaiba soft gels. Let's just check the chat. Yes, true. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody has time to mix roller bottles, right? doTERRA knows they have to make it simple and easy for us. So thank goodness now we have Copaiba Touch. So that's great. Okay, next, you guys. This is so amazing. If you don't have it yet, please make sure you get some October 1st. I have a feeling there may be a delay on this because everybody's going to buy it out. Madagascar vanilla. I have been putting this on at my desk every single day. It is already diluted in fractionated coconut oil in a 5 ml bottle. And you guys, we're about to talk about vanilla because people just don't realize how precious it is or how much effort it takes, I think. This will be a permanent product. Praise the Lord. Keep in mind, doTERRA does put vanilla in some of their other blends. Serenity, Motivate, it's in Whisper, and it's in one more I'm forgetting, but we'll talk about it later. It is $35 for a 5 ml bottle. The PV is $35. And remember, this is an absolute, not an actual essential oil. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not effective. Okay. It just means the way that they extract it has to be very specialized because this particular plant cannot undergo steam distillation or you won't get any essential oil. So CO2 extraction method and using this. Hey, Julia, I see your question in the chat. I'm going to get to that next. Okay. Thanks for asking. And so this is sourced from Madagascar. That's one of the main places where they source vanilla from. Now, you guys, listen to this. This blew my mind because I love cooking with vanilla. I'm the person who always puts in 2 tablespoons. If the recipe asks for 1 tablespoon, I'm always like doubling it. Less than 1% of vanilla flavoring comes from real vanilla in the world. I mean, that just blew my mind. They have to pollinate the plant by hand, the flower by hand. And this typically only happens 1 day of the year, does it bloom. They have to use very specific pollen. They use these very long, skinny sticks, and they have to pollinate it by hand. And it only has a 4% yield when extracted by hand. And again, it blooms 1 day each year. So that is an crazy amount of work. I'm actually surprised it doesn't cost more because it's so labor intensive. But this vanilla that doTERRA is partnering with this farm for, it supports a local cooperative. And so just by them harvesting and sourcing vanilla for us, they created 74 new jobs in that community. And they've actually created an entire program to help bring more people on and train them. So it's actually doing a great amount of service to that community and creating jobs, which is cool. Okay, so we can use this aromatic, topical, and internally. It is like vanilla, but it's stronger in a way. That's the only way I can describe it. So like when you smell vanilla out of the bottle, it smells like that, but it smells a little bit stronger and spicier at the end. It has that rich, sweet, creamy aroma. You can use this aromatically. Oh yes, it's in the new Hysge blend, which we're going to talk about. I'm crazy obsessed with that blend. So use this aromatically for a warm, soothing aroma. It combines almost with all oils well for diffusing, but think about it with some of your oils like frankincense and vetiver to get that sort of warm, super cozy smell. Also pairs great with lemon and citrus oils. And it is an amazing blend for stress feelings or for grief. I find myself like I put it on in the morning, and when the kids start screaming, I smell my hand. Tonight was stressful at bedtime. And I love, love, love this aromatically. Topically, apply to pressure points as a perfume. I'm typically applying it in places where I can smell it a lot because it just is a very relaxing aroma. Great to add to a bath with Epsom salts. You can mix it up in a big mason jar, right? Put some Epsom salts and a 1/4 cup of coconut oil, and then add a few drops of vanilla and serenity or your other favorite oil or lavender. It's very relaxing in a bath. Great to add to your lotion too for your skin. So the doTERRA unscented lotion or the body cream, the body butter for a soothing skin lotion. And then internally, of course, you can add it to any drink, tea, coffee, or a smoothie for creamy taste. And the holiday season is upon us, and you can bet I'm going to be baking with this. So typically 1 to 4 drops, depending how much flavor you want in the recipe, is good enough. And so this is going to be the new thing that I bake with. So this is basically probably going to be in my cart every month because I use a lot of vanilla in my house, but we're so excited about it because everybody's been asking for this for forever in doTERRA. So now we have it. Okay, so before we move to the Abode blend, let me get to Julie's question. Julie said there is overlap with oils. I want to know how to maximize my benefit with fewer oils. How do I discern the oils I need? For example, do I need Tulsi if I use OnGuard? So much overlapping usage, help. Yes, so it can be confusing sometimes because there's so many options, but it really depends on, Julie, what you're using it for. So for instance, if you're needing immune support, I would say you need to overlap OnGuard and Copaiba and also take those soft gels internally. If you're needing stress or respiratory support or skin support, then I would say you don't really need OnGuard. I would look to Copaiba and Tulsi Basil because OnGuard is really not for the skin, it's for the immune system. And so if you don't yet have it, I would recommend getting a book called Modern Essentials because that would be a great guide for you to look up oils with. It's one of my go-tos. It always sits on my desk. have it bookmarked sometimes. And so you can look up different problems in here and it'll give you solutions. And I'll say this, sometimes if they give you 10 solutions, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need all 10. It means that you try a couple until you get the effect that you're looking for. And so I would say Tulsi and OnGuard are in two different categories because we don't really talk about Tulsi a lot when we're talking about immune support. We're talking about it related to stress and supporting your cells. And so I think of Tulsi more like in that category of frankincense. And it's also skin soothing and great for mental stress. And we don't really think about OnGuard for those things. We think about it for immune support. So yes, there's a lot of overlapping usage too, and that's okay because sometimes I need immune support and my kids are driving me crazy. So I need mental stress help and I need immune support. And so don't be afraid when you have that overlapping usage because you're working on different systems of the body. Liz says she's been putting vanilla in her coffee. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I haven't done that yet. Okay, guys, so let's talk about the new Abode blend. You guys, well, this is not, again, this is a more medicinal blend, as I would call it. It launches October 1st. It will be a permanent product. Wholesale 15 mLs is $24.50 and the PV is $24.50. This blend is amazing. So typically we have been using OnGuard in our home to diffuse during the cold and flu season to ward off threats or microbes. And this is something, Julie, this is a good example of overlapping. I'm going to be now overlapping this blend with OnGuard. Now OnGuard we can take internally and topically. Abode is really only for aromatic use. So think about it this way. The Abode line is to keep our home healthy, clean, and safe. The OnGuard line is to keep our body and our immune system happy, healthy, and safe. So in the body for OnGuard and in the home is Abode. So we're really only going to use this blend aromatically. It has unique oils in it, and we're going to talk about some of the science. Eucalyptus cochii is one of them that we learned about at conference. This is very different than the eucalyptus we're used to. It has very, very incredible cleansing properties. This is meant to step up your cleaning and diffusing in your home to prevent pathogens. And so I have been mixing this a little bit with OnGuard, and we're going to talk about exactly what's in it. It has a lot of cassia in it, but really this is because doTERRA did a ton of experiments. They did 100+ experiments within their own labs. They tested 36 different essential oils to get this blend that killed the most pathogens. That's what they were looking for, is what oils in combination, some of them or alone, will kill the most pathogens. So what they found when they found these different oils that were very adept at cleaning pathogens and they put them all together in a blend, they had synergistic chemistry and they killed even more pathogens. And so that's cool. It had that synergy. So let's talk about what's in it. Let's if you ever guys have seen this oil, sometimes doTERRA comes out with it in a one-time offer. It's also in the Breathe blend. It's great for the respiratory system. It's awesome for cleansing surfaces and also great for the immune system. High limonene content in the lime that's in there is great to purify the air. Cassia, a worming oil that helps promote healthy immune function and also kills pathogens in the air. Lemon eucalyptus, tea tree, which we know. Arbor vitae, if you're not familiar with this, it's a powerful cleansing agent and also great for the immune system. We only use this topically and aromatically. Cochai eucalyptus, this is a new one. It has the highest concentration of 1/8 centinol, so also great for the respiratory system. Cilantro, powerful cleansing properties, and then lemon myrtle. So remember, these oils kill pathogens and microbes, okay? So that's why doTERRA put this blend together. And at first, I'm not going to lie, when we were at conference, I saw the oils. I was like, oh my gosh, this oil is going to not smell that good. It's not going to be like my favorite. Like when I put OnGuard in and it's the holidays, and I love it. I am obsessed with this. I actually haven't changed out anything else in the morning. This is all I've been diffusing every morning since we got back from convention, and I love it. It does have a very strong amount of cassia, so you can smell that cinnamon, but it's amazing. The eucalyptus and the lemon myrtle and all of that add a little bit of citrus to it. So I love this blend, and I love what it's doing for our home. So we're going to use this aromatically. Now I'll say this, they did say that you could use it topically, but you need a really strong dilution ratio. So I'm just really telling people to not use this topically. Remember, Abode is for our home. And so we're going to be using this to diffuse throughout the cold and flu season to help keep our home purified of pathogens, right? And you can mix this with OnGuard. That is okay. Definitely okay to do that if you want to do that. So I'm not recommending this topical, just aromatic. So we're going to diffuse 5 to 8 drops to keep the air pure. It's going to help also clear odors. So if you deal with pet odors or other types of odors, if you burn something, it's great for that. You can add this to water and use for spot cleaning. This is a great one for cleaning and use on surfaces throughout the home as a non-toxic cleaner option, which we're going to talk about the multi-surface cleaner option too. Okay, now let's talk about my favorite. This is, well, it's a toss-up between vanilla and the Hygge blend. So this stands for cozy, or cocooning in, basically. Getting cozy. It stands for that. I believe it's Swedish, Danish, one of those. And you do pronounce it Hygge. Now, you guys, this is a limited time offer blend. It will be available October 1st, and we'll talk about the cost in a second. I think I have it on the next page. Yes, launches October 1st. It is first come, first serve. And its wholesale price, 15 ml bottle, is $29.50. The PV is $29.50. And it's a brand new diffuser blend, and I am pretty much obsessed. If you don't have it, get it. And I'm definitely going to be getting more October 1st. I'm not sure exactly about the limits on the accounts. I heard it was going to be 1. I hope that's not true, because I'm going to have to buy maybe my grandmother's account and get some extra. Now, we want this to sell out, and I'll tell you why. Because if doTERRA sees the demand for this, they will probably make it a permanent blend. They're just sneaky like that, and they like to test it. And if people love it, they'll probably bring it back, hopefully, as a permanent blend. There is going to be an option to purchase this on October 1st with the new limited time cement diffuser. I'll show you that in just a second. But let me just tell you guys about this blend. It has amazing emotional benefits, great for calming. I think this is going to be the new grief blend for people that are grieving. A soothing blend, awesome for a great bath blend too for your Epsom salts, and wonderful for diffusing at night for a restful night's sleep. So now let's talk about what's in it. It's got wild orange, cedarwood, that vanilla that we love. It's one of the reasons probably I love it. Amyris, cistus, myrrh, vetiver, tonka bean, and frankincense. And I've had it diffusing in my office all day. And all I can say is, I'm trying to find a way to describe it. You smell that warmth from, and that creamy aroma from the vanilla, but you can smell the tree oils, the myrrh and the frankincense. And the name of the blend is perfect, because all I can describe it as is it just kind of envelops you, and it feels very warm and cozy. You can make a room spray out of this. That'd be a great idea. Awesome to put a couple drops on your pillow at night, and again, diffuse by your bedside. So this is a limited time offer, and this is what it's going to look like with the diffuser. Now, I got to see this diffuser up close and in person. There's no plastic in this except for the inner part where you fill it with water. The base is cement and the top is glass. So if you don't have kids, this is a perfect diffuser for you. Or even if you have kids in a space where your kids are not allowed. But I'm getting this because I'm going to get it from my office. Wholesale, the blend is $29.50. So what a steal. You actually get that diffuser for $30. You can get that blend of oil and the diffuser combo for $59.50. That's an awesome deal. And so they're giving you a great price on that. Again, it's a limited time offer. So hop into your account October 1st and get that. Otherwise, it's going to be gone the first day, I promise you. So this is also another limited time offer. Let me check the chat. Oh, Des said I need them all. Okay, so doTERRA listened. They know that we need different types of carrier oils. And while this is a limited time offer, again, they sometimes do this like they did with the Tulsi to see how much people like it and see if they're going to offer it as a permanent product. So the fractionated coconut oil that we use can sometimes be a little bit drying topically. It's not as nourishing because it is also steam distilled. So a lot of those fatty ions are taken out of there. So we have the body carrier oil. I'm taking this from now on to my massages. This has passion fruit, jojoba. Jojoba is what I used in my kids for a carrier oil because it is very, very nourishing to the skin. So this is awesome going into the winter season because our skin gets dry. Baobab, moringa, tocopherol, which comes from a sunflower, and then sunflower seed oil. And so this is the carrier blend. Again, it's called the body oil. And so they're testing this out, I think, to see how much people like this as a better carrier oil than just fractionated coconut oil. And then we have the sensitive skin carrier oil. And so this one is new too. This is going to be great for little babies and kids, for parents that want to dilute roller bottles with a sensitive skin one, or kids that have difficulties like eczema or just sensitive skin in general. It has grapeseed oil, rosehip, hemp, tocopherol, and sunflower seed. The body one is $24.50 wholesale, 20 PV, and the sensitive skin, the tiny one, and it comes with a little dropper, is $16.50. And again, those will be released October 1st and will be a limited time offer as well. Okay, now let's talk about the new Deep Blue stick. It's really hard to pick all my favorites because I love everything so much. But this is going to be a game changer for people. I have long said that Deep Blue Rub needed frankincense and Copaiba added to it. So they at least met us halfway and put Copaiba in this. But they know that people have had accidents with Deep Blue Rub, like rubbing it on the legs, but getting that a little bit too close to certain areas. And so, or getting it on your fingers and touching your eyes, and later on having some eye discomfort. And so they knew in making it with this easy application stick, it would make it easier for people to apply on the go. And again, they added Copaiba because of its great properties in helping us with analgesia and pain. This is different. This is now considered a certified topical analgesic. Okay, so we can use the terms pain now, sore joints, muscles, aching, bruises, strains, and sprains you can use this for. It's a non-toxic emollient. What it's mixed in, it has an environmental working group rating of 1, which is amazing because we don't want anything toxic, right? And we're going to use this topically for sore joints, muscles, before or after workout, areas of pain, minor aches. Don't forget about bruises too, sprains or strains. Great to keep by the bed or in the bag for on-the-go use. I've been using it every morning. I always have tension in the back of my neck. And I still love Deep Blue Rub. The Deep Blue Rub, I get this really powerful effect. So what I always tell people is, the stick is not as that powerful peppermint feeling. It does have much more menthol in it, but this would be great for kids and growing pains because of the Copaiba too. So safe for kids over the age of 5 to 6, and even probably a little bit younger, depending on how they tolerate it. But I know my kids at 3 to 4 wouldn't tolerate Deep Blue Rub, and I guarantee you this would be a great alternative because they tolerated this really well. Let me see. So Julie asked, do you know if this helps eczema? So it's not gonna cure or fix eczema. The skin supporting oil, I'm assuming, is what you're talking about. But it's something that will not be irritating to it. So a lot of different oils like rosehip and jojoba, and even non-fractionated coconut oil have been found to be soothing to people with eczema. So it can help soothe the skin, Julie. Great question. Okay, so now let's talk about something else. It's my favorite. You guys, this season is all about immune support. I keep these at my desk. I'm probably eating a few too many of these right now, but that's probably my 5th one today because they taste so good. Immune chewable tablets. And why this is a game changer is because you can combine this with OnGuard soft gels when you need immune support. Perfectly safe to do that. But doTERRA is very smart. And they know that we need different nutritional cofactors to go with those essential oils for immune support. So it comes in a package like this with 60 tablets. It launches October 1st. Praise the Lord, it's a permanent product because we can't get enough immune support these days, right? It's $16 and 10 PV. And for every 3 tablets, you're getting that 33 milligrams of that OnGuard essential oil blend, which is really probably equivalent to about 1 drop, okay? Maybe half drop to 1 drop. You're getting 150 milligrams of vitamin C, 15 micrograms of vitamin D, and 13.3 milligrams of zinc, and beta-glucan 30 milligrams. Now remember that beta-glucan comes from mushrooms a lot of times, from some of those polysaccharides or sugars on the mushrooms, and they're very, very good for our immune system. You guys, I have loved having this in my bag. And what's awesome about this, kids can have them. And so what a game changer, because getting your kids, now my oldest will swallow OnGuard soft gels, but then I'm having to give him like 5 other things. Here's zinc and vitamin D and blah, blah, blah. And now I'm just giving him these, and that's awesome. They're sugar-free, they're gluten-free, non-GMO, and vegan. And so you can take 3 of those daily. Again, I've had 5, but it's okay. It's not going to hurt you. It's only 13 milligrams of zinc, and you can have up to 30 milligrams in a day. But you definitely want to take notice of, because you're taking LLV too. Kids can have 1 to 3 daily. And can be, again, taken with OnGuard soft gels to the when you need extra support. These are perfect for travel, for on the go, and for everyday use. So these are going to be a hot item. Okay, now let's move into talking about the new Abode home cleaning line. This is launching October 1st. This will be a permanent product. And these OnGuard products also that you guys are already in love with, don't stress, because this is not going to replace those. Those are here to stay. And they're really going to be great for different things. Okay, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. So let's talk about the new multi-purpose spray. This launches October 1st. Now, you guys, this is a tiny, tiny bottle. Let me show you mine right here. And this goes into the 10-ounce spray bottle that you see there. It's tiny. Okay. Aluminum. And this is going to be probably the best non-toxic green, free from SLS, phosphates, phthalates, dyes, chlorine, synthetic fragrances cleaner you've ever seen. This is much stronger than OnGuard. I'm going to say that. Now, I will tell you in a second some tips and tricks that I've been doing. It's this same oil blend in there as the Abode blend, plus non-toxic surfactants for deep grease and grime cutting. It is strong. Now, what we learned at convention is you would pour this whole bottle into that 10-ounce bottle and fill it with water. I'm just going to tell you right now, I have started with 1/3 of the bottle and it's been cleaning still amazing. I mean, I've been cleaning doorknobs, I've been cleaning surfaces, cleaning my bathroom with it, cleaning toilets, and it's worked just great using 1/3 of the bottle. So what that takes your price down to is about $3 a bottle of cleaning, okay, which is still really, really cheap, especially when we're talking about something that is green and non-toxic. So depending on how strong you want it, just know that you can adjust that. Again, think of this as your step up from OnGuard Cleaner Concentrate. OnGuard Cleaner Concentrate is still great for every day. And I would say great for, this would enhance it with cleaning and germ killing power. So I think this takes it up a notch with germ killing. Now, I have seen what some people are doing actually. They're doing like a tablespoon of this and then 2 squirts from the OnGuard Cleaner Concentrate and mixing them actually. However you want to do it. Again, if you're using OnGuard Cleaner Concentrate in a big space like a gym, I would continue to use that because remember, OnGuard Cleaner Concentrate is typically about $1.80 to refill a bottle. So this is a tiny bit more expensive, but not much when we're talking about in the realm of cleaning. But I can tell you this has cleaned my marble countertops well, my floors. I spray it right on the floor when I'm cleaning. And it's very, very strong and very potent. So again, we're getting some great antimicrobial cleaning power with this. And how awesome is this? It's so tiny and so small. And you're reusing that plastic. So no more of those big plastic bottles, right? So I'm loving that. It's very exciting. The dispenser is $8.50 and will also be available individually October 1st. Now let's talk about the dish soap. It is so good. You get this beautiful tall glass dispenser and it comes either with a pump or that little spout right there. I found I was using too much with the spout. It was like pouring out really fast. And the dispenser is $8.50 and it comes with this really, really tall bottle of dish soap. And so this is the concentrate. Now remember, you guys, 90% of cleaning products are water, like 90% of them make up our water. So when doTERRA is doing this in the concentrate form, they're doing this to reduce the carbon footprint. So you're not buying as many bottles, right? We're going to make 3 or 4 of those filled dish soap things with this. So we're eliminating having to buy 3 of those extra bottles, right? Because we're using this in the concentrate form and adding the water ourselves. It's truly non-toxic. Again, free from SLS, phosphates, phthalates, dyes, chlorine, synthetic fragrances. It's the same oil blend as the Abode blend. Now, what they've added to this is grapefruit essential oil that is not in the other cleaning products. And they did that for grease cutting power and cleaning power. Now, the recommendation is to use 1/3 of the concentrate and fill the rest with water. I still think you could get away with less. I'm just going to be honest with you because it's so strong. I literally put 1 pump squirt in my pot tonight that I made dinner in, let it soak, and like literally it all just comes right off. It's so easy. But so I actually think that this can potentially be into 1/5. And so I'm working through that, which when you look at the price of that is amazing. Dish soap this is $12. So you're talking about getting away with filling that big dispenser for a little over $2. That's incredible. And that dispenser is $8.50. And remember, you're buying that once until your toddler smashes it, right? Anyway, that's a different story. But so this is an awesome, awesome deal. And again, we're reducing carbon footprint and it comes with that pump option and it's environmentally friendly. So when it goes into the water system out, think about all the toxic cleaners that people are using in their sinks and in their toilets, and all of that is going into our earth. And that's why we have problems with the biome of the soil. Okay, dishwasher pods. These also launch October 1st. They come in a package of 24. They are wholesale $15. Same thing, doTERRA commits to us to not use any sulfates, phosphates, phthalates, dyes, synthetic fragrances, or chlorine. They don't have to because they have essential oils. It has the Abode oil blend in there and other natural plant enzymes for grime cutting power. It is gray water safe. And each pod comes in a safe biodegradable film, so you can just throw it right in the dishwasher. We are loving these because we were using a liquid before that costs a lot more. It was like green, non-toxic liquid bottle. And so I'm so excited for this because we've never had anything like this before from doTERRA that worked. Okay, laundry pods. This also launches October 1st. You get a package of 45, so it'll do 45 loads. Wholesale, it's $19.50. Again, free from all those toxic things. We don't want that in our laundry detergent because our clothes touch our body, right? And we don't want any of that stuff touching our body if it's toxic. It does have the Abode oil blend, so all of those cleansing oils, natural plant enzymes to cut stains. And this also has bio-based salts in it to help lift dirt. The packaging is also made with post-consumer recycled materials, so just know that. Let me check the chat really quick. Yes, Desiree, I said 1/3 for the dish soap, but I think you could actually get away with like 1/5 because You pull the whole thing in. No, it's too strong. So go back. You probably still have your aluminum bottle. Go back and pour it back in there and fill it with water. Or one thing that you could do that would be really smart is like use a little bit, fill it with water, use a little bit, fill it with water, and you can make it last for a long time. But yeah, that should last you. I personally think you can get away with refilling that thing 5 times. That's funny. Okay, this is the awesome thing. Remember those ugly plastic foaming hand soap diffusers? Bye. Say goodbye to those, because now we have this amazing, beautiful glass doTERRA Abode hand pump. And you guys, it works so well. It makes it so foamy. You can use this with your OnGuard foaming hand soap. The OnGuard foaming hand soap is going to change to an aluminum bottle too. But now doTERRA has come out with the foaming hand wash concentrate for the citrus bloom. Again, same doTERRA standard. This has a citrus bloom oil blend. You will also use 1/3 of the bottle. So it's a 1:3 dilution. So again, you don't have to be super specific, but pour in about 1/3 and you're going to fill the rest of that bottle with water. So this hand soap is $19.50. So you're getting out for around, what is that? $6, a little over $6 for a bottle of non-toxic hand soap, which is great. The dispenser is $8.50 and you'll reuse that over and over again. And yes, of course, you can use your OnGuard soap concentrate in this dispenser. And again, this is great because the aluminum cuts down on the plastic needs. Now we have also a soap, a hand lotion dispenser. So you can put them right next to each other in the bathroom counter. They'll look so pretty. And this comes in a plastic container, not plastic, I'm sorry. It's a consumable, recyclable material. The hand lotion, it's refillable for this. It is $18.50 and the PV is $15. It is a permanent product. It's available October 1st. Same doTERRA standards. It's made with the citrus bloom oil blend. It has shea oil in it, beetroot extract, and coconut oil. It's non-greasy, made without silicones, and it has that Tasmanian pepper extract that also helps soothe the skin. So you can just refill this. And of course, you don't dilute this. It's just hand lotion. And don't worry, a lot of people asked about this, but your OnGuard products are here to stay. So nothing is going away. You still have those options. I've actually been using OnGuard laundry detergent and the pods together for especially the boy load of clothes, for that extra, just synergistic, those different oil blends. But all of that is staying too, because I will still use the cleaner concentrate for things too. It's also been an awesome stain remover for me. So we're so excited for you guys to experience the new products. There were so many. I knew it would be kind of a long class, so thank you guys for sticking with it through all the technical difficulties and issues and learning about everything. So with that said, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I will answer any questions that you have.